Combat Convo, you know what it is, man. We back. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, man. Hey, man, we trying to get this channel up, so please subscribe, man. And I want to say something real quick before we get started. We don't know everything when it comes to sports. You know what I'm saying? We don't know everything. So I want y'all to understand, we are learning as we go. You know what I'm saying? It's called Combat Convo. We learning as we go. We ain't perfect. So everybody in the comments, just calm down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I like that y'all correct us. I'll be honest. I really do like that y'all correct us. You know what I'm saying? And I love that y'all do that. That's it. You know what I mean? Nothing else to it. But here we go. Let us cook. You know what I'm saying? Let us cook, because we out here, we putting in the work. And we might not be fucking Tony Atlas and John Madden and all these motherfuckers, but we know something. And he knows more about wrestling than me. And I probably know more about boxing than him. But we do get stuff wrong sometimes, even though we know a lot about this field. So I'm just want to keep it real with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
but keep commenting.
Hold on, before we get started, man, let me just say something about that. Listen, man. I'm about sick and tired of a lot of you commenters, man, coming in here trying to be ignorant and tell us this and tell us that. Now, it's cool that you give us correction on certain things. I respect that. But look, man, like, y'all faceless for a reason. Y'all don't even show yourselves. If we are not that intriguing to y'all, then y'all wouldn't even be pressing the subscribe, or y'all wouldn't be commenting on our channel. You understand what I'm saying? So keep that energy to yourself. Correction, yes. We accept that. You know what I'm saying? But keep all that extra stuff that y'all be doing in the comment section to yourselves. Because we do got moderators and we do got something called the delete button. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, calm yourselves, man. It ain't that serious. We know y'all take y'all sports serious. We do too. That's why we here. But we ain't the only sports channel, and there's a lot of other sports channels that be reporting stuff and they get stuff wrong too. So, you know what I'm saying? Just like, relax. It ain't that serious. You know what I mean? So, that's about it. Yeah.
All right, man. So let's get into this Paul Heyman thing and the boys going after him. Him not, acknowledging Solo as a tribal chief.
Yeah. And I'm also going to have we could get the video or whatever, but all right, so SmackDown. Oh, yeah, by the way, BARZ Wrestling Media. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to that channel, and hit that notification bell for more content. BARZ Wrestling Media. Anyway, so the ending segment of SmackDown the other night, and they were acknowledgement ceremony for Solo Sikoa. Everyone acknowledged Solo and the Bloodline. But there's one person that did not. And that was Paul Heyman. And it was crazy because Paul Heyman really getting into his role. I read on social media that Paul Heyman didn't sleep for the last few days because he really wanted to dramatize that role of the part where he tells Solo Sikoa, no, you're not my tribal chief. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because I'm looking at Paul Heyman. I'm like, yo, man, what's wrong with this guy? Like, I've seen his face. It's not clean shaved. His eyes was bloodshot red. I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, yo, man, like, he all right? What's going on? And little did I know, I read on Twitter that he did that for a reason. Kudos to Paul Heyman. That is one guy that I feel takes his role so serious and understands how important it is to stay in character. Some of the wrestlers and management and all that stuff don't. He takes it so serious and he does it so well. You know what I mean? I look at Paul Heyman as this modern day Bobby Heenan. If anybody know Bobby Heenan was great at managing. He was great at telling a story when he's going at it with, like, he was just great manager. You know what I'm saying? I look at him as a modern day Bobby Heenan. Of course, I could add other attributes that Paul Heyman has, but if you had to tell me who, to me, he was closest to as far as managing, I would say he's like Bobby Heenan because he's great on the microphone. And this segment was no different. Like, he tackled everything down to the science. But now they said, oh, he was like, "You not going to acknowledge me?" And he pissed Solo off. Solo was mad as hell. And, you know what I mean? He was like, "Oh, I gave you a chance. I love you." And little behold, they took a shot at Roman because you know what they did when they put him through a table. And I'm surprised the other wrestling podcasters, whatever, did not pay attention to this. But they did the whole Shield thing. They put Paul Heyman to a table. They did that triple power bomb thingy, whatever. They put Paul Heyman through a table with Jacob Fatu, the muscle, in the middle, like Roman Reigns, and the other two at the side. They did the whole Shield thing and put Heyman through a table. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, look, when Roman finally comes back, it is going to be wild. The pop that Roman is going to get is going to be wild. It is going to be wild. But I asked this question to our subscribers and our commenters again. Who do you think is going to join the OG Bloodline? Who do y'all think? I mentioned two people already. That's Zilla and Hakuleo. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. But I see a lot of people trying to add Sami Zayn into that. You know, although Sami Zayn was part of the Bloodline, I personally feel that that spot should be taken by somebody who's actually part of that family. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Because the only reason why I'm saying that is because Sami Zayn has his own issues right now with the Intercontinental title and Braun Breaker. So I feel that it's only right to put somebody in that spot that is actually part of that lineage, you know? So it's going to be dope to see. Money in the Bank's a few away, so, you know, a lot can change within that time span. So, you know, we at Combat Convo on BARZ Wrestling Media are keeping track, so we're going to keep y'all updated. But yeah, that's kind of what happened on SmackDown.
Yeah, it's a couple of different things. I promise y'all, man, we're going to be talking about much more wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Much more wrestlers and much more wrestling. Seems like we're stuck on this Roman Reigns and the Bloodline and Fatus and them Samoans and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get to everybody, man. We're going to get to much more because I know the Bloodline is dominating wrestling, but we got to start talking about more. We're going to start talking about AEW. We're going to start talking about everything. Anything we get our hands on that we think is big, all the champions and defense of the belts, everything, and what we think. So we're going to get into that. Paul Heyman is a legend. Paul Heyman is ECW. Paul Heyman is WWE. Paul Heyman is WWF. Paul Heyman is the Beast. Paul Heyman is the tribal chief. He went through so many stages of being such a great manager. I will go on record and say Paul Heyman is the greatest manager of all time. He's the greatest manager of all time.
That.
You know what I'm saying? Because both the guys he managed kept the belts for a long time. And they dominated. Both of them. The two best wrestlers in the past 10 years been Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. And guess who managed both of them?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
can't really take nothing away from him. And he started a revolution. ECW was a revolution. That was, and it's still, to this day, the third best wrestling organization ever. That would be WWE, WCW, and ECW. Anything outside of that is whatever. I know some people putting AEW up there, but you can't put it over ECW, and you damn sure can't put it over WCW. We all know you can't put it over WWE, so it'll always be four. But those three, they raised the generation with that. I went to a couple of ECW matches.
So
in Philly.
Yeah, me too.
These guys were doing things that were unreal. And here's the greatest part about it. Even the wrestlers that was in the WWE and WWF at the time, they came and wrestled on ECW.
Yeah. Yep. When they had that invasion joint. Yep.
Yeah, all that. So ECW, Paul Heyman, always been that guy. You know what I'm saying? He's always been that guy to me. And now that you already know he's going to come back with. You know he's going to come back with Roman. When Roman returns, Paul Heyman's going to come and he's going to probably. It's such a beautiful setup for Roman Reigns to come back.
Right, it is.
Such a beautiful setup. But either way, man, like I said, phenomenal, man. You know what I'm saying? And what they did to him, they're doing I ain't gonna say they're doing the right thing by putting him through the table, but they're doing the right thing by waiting for Roman to come back. So this is great, man. I love it.
And before we cut out, let's just say this. Paul Heyman is an old guy. It's not like he's a young whippersnapper. For him to trust and take a bump like that, that's crazy. He ain't supposed to be taking bumps like that at his age. And he took one for the team. So I'm telling you, it is going to be crazy when Roman finally returns. When he finally gets back in there, it is going to be nuts. And I've seen some videos. He is training his ass off. So he's not playing no games when he comes back. The tribal chief is not playing no games. So y'all better be expecting some fireworks because he is coming back with a vengeance. For real.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. All right, man. Combat Convo, we out of here, man. Thank y'all for watching, man. See y'all. Peace. Bye.
Remember that? Like, you was having them build themselves against jobbers. You know what I mean? Barry Horowitz, we all know who Barry Horowitz is. He was like the top jobber ever, or the Brooklyn Brawler.
That line is trash. Before he even did the jump. Before the jump. The line is garbage. I'm Mr. Sparky.
People watching them 24/7. I don't think any big time company like them is going to agree to something like that. You know, but at the same time, too.
That guy, Booker T. Booker T has it. What? The Spinner Rooney and all this stuff? Nah, they ain't got, nah.